All right, so it is April 16th and I still don't have my website done. I know I said that I was gonna have it done by the end of March, and that has soon come and passed. I've been to Scotland, Dublin, Germany, back to New York, back to Chicago in that since basically the end of March, and I have been trying to finally grasp my energy and time and focus to be able to work on this. So that's what this video is going to be about, is trying to give myself a even smaller of a goal to mark to hit, because this is super realistic of someone who's trying to build something and quit something that was super lucrative. So I quit technology more than 6 months ago, where I was making more than 6 figures, and I'm starting over. So I am trying to be realistic about it, and I'm sharing it along the way. So if any of that is interesting to you, feel free and follow along. Again, my name is Hannah, and this is a place where we talk about all things creative. And let's get into a very small, minute goal to complete by the end of April, because I feel like that's where we're at currently. So let's jump into the laptop, let's jump into the computer, and let's talk it through. All right, so we are in Figma at the moment. So this is where I'm currently at with my site. I don't know if I've already shown this or not, but we're showing it again. I have my basic kind of intro page, some of the, I think I was still kind of working, I'm still working on this main tagline. My main thing was I was trying to simmer down what it was that I wanted to provide. So custom branding and semi-custom is what I'm focusing on. And then I have a video that I was making from my client. And so I was trying to decide how I wanted that to look, what specific kind of call outs I wanted that to be. And then I also pulled into what that UX would be, into being able to kind of pull out that full case study. So that's kind of what I was starting with. So I wanted a video that I could easily put together for each one, and so that way it kind of would cycle through some of the main ones, and then I would do a brief kind of overview, and then maybe a couple different images. So that's kind of what I'm showing there. So if we go back to this next one, and then after that, after the custom branding, I did want to have a section here of, what that looks like for the semi-custom, because I'm going to be doing launches of what those brands look like. So this, again, is just a placeholder, but that's kind of what I was thinking of, a CTA there, and then it would pull you over to here. Basically a selling page of what the core pieces of why you should do semi-custom, if that's right for you and whatnot. So what those specific positives are, and then hopefully be able to kind of tailor someone, or pull someone really through to make them feel oh, okay, yeah, I'm actually the right customer for this. So that's kind of my plan, have it be a little breakdown. This was just screenshots from my previous site, so I still need to update those. So I think my number one thing is trying to figure out this semi-custom. So it needs to be a selling page. And then let's go back to the main page. So then I also have down here, I want to do something fun for the footer. So we'll figure out what that looks like, but that would be my home page. The work we talked about, this is the about section. So I did want to be a little bit about what we do. I need to figure out the story that I want to portray to clients that's going to help me get the clients that I want to work with. So I want there to be that alignment of being like, yes, this is what I want from my service provider. And then so I can kind of make sure that like I am funneling in the people that I want to work with. So I have that, but I also am trying to also at the same time figure out what my house rules are. So I volunteered at the Brand New conference, and so there's a great agency that spoke about some of their house rules, and so I was really inspired by that. And I really want to hone in on what that looks like for me, because that allows me to have these like North Stars for me to work from. So that's kind of where, that's my laundry. So that's kind of where I want to figure out is what is my external kind of view, but then what is my internal, internal North Stars as well, and what I want to provide. So that's where I'm at with this. The process, again, these are placeholders of, what our process looks like. And then also just a little piece about me. And then I have the contact, which I'm happy with. I've already built this. I was happy with what that looks like. And I have to quickly go close my window because it's raining. Oh no. Okay, we did it. There's also a bee in here because I left my window open, so I'll figure that out later. But anyways, so back to the contact. So I built this already and happy with it. It can stay as is currently. So contact, semi-custom, and then this one is the shop. So this is going to be a big one that I need to really build out. So this of course is just a placeholder, but the shop page is definitely going to be where when you click on the like new launch, that's where the shop is going to come into play. So if you do the semi-custom, it'll pull you into that shop page. So I have to figure that one out, but I have time for that. I'm literally just going to go off of what I'm thinking for the initial round of semi-custom is if you're interested, you then fill out a form, and then I process that once I talk with you to make sure that you are purchasing the right thing for you and whatnot. So before you end up having to actually put any money in. So that's kind of my thought process is maybe I just start with that, and that way I can spend some time working on the shop and figure that out after. So that's where I'm currently at with the website. Now, because I said I want to give myself a very small, manageable goal, I'm back into my aviation job. So let me pull up a calendar. So we're just gonna go to, all right, yeah. So I'm gonna now jump into the Miro board, which we're going to talk over a little bit of the month. So I do know it is March was the last one we talked about, which was clearly unrealistic. Oh, 27, that's not right. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit through what my main thing will be. So I do want my website built ultimately, but let me put in really quickly, I am back in New York here. I'm in New York there, and then I have off 22nd, 23rd, 24th, and then I'm back in New York, off, and there we go. Okay, and so today is the 16th. Okay, so today's the 16th. Ultimately, I have 5 days that I can kind of play with. So number one thing that I think I want to have done is what if I just do the landing page, just focus on the landing page. Maybe I get that done by the end. Landing page done. And apparently I can't spell. Done. Okay, landing page done by the end of April. Let's say my secondary goal, like if I can get that done, fantastic, that's all I'm focusing on. But if I can get that done earlier, then I'll say I want my selling page to be worked on. So let's say 3/4 of the way done. Cool. So we're gonna work on landing page for the second half of April, and then if I can get my selling page done. So that seems super doable. Let me quickly, all right, so like I said, that seems super doable for the second half of April, and I'm super excited to hopefully, you know, come back on May 1st and let you know that I accomplished it because it's a small chunk, but it's definitely doable. So with that, I am gonna say, with that, I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for being here. Again, if any of this is interesting, or you know, you feel similarly, or you are trying to do the same thing, please let me know down below. Like, comment, subscribe. That's gonna let me know if this is this is content that I should continue making, or if I need to alter. That's the data that I'm going off of. So again, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one, which I'm hopefully going to be working, which I'm going to do either, I'm going to be working on a writing video because a lot of you keep finding me through that. So I'm going to work on a writing video that's going to be up in the next month, and I will talk to you soon somewhere in the world, hopefully back in Chicago soon because I miss it. So see you soon.